Hello everyone and happy Easter. My name is Jonah and I'm so pumped for what's about to happen. Before we get started, there's only one thing you need to know. Easter Jam is for everybody in your family. So if you're a teenager, this is for you. You too, college students, and if you're a younger kid, get ready, you're gonna have some serious fun and we need you to lead the way. So parents, buckle up, this Easter is like one you've never done before. No matter who you are, we want you to know that Easter Jam is for you too. The only way not to have fun is to not participate. So look around. Is anybody missing? If so, hit the pause button, go get them, and be ready to have fun because we're getting started in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Okay, hear me out. There are only two kinds of people in the world. People who love to eat these things, and people like me who don't. I don't get it, but some of you do. So let's see how your family feels. Show me a thumbs up if you love to eat these, and a thumbs down if you don't. Okay. There are a lot of different opinions out there. No matter how you feel about eating Peeps, you're going to love this game. Your family is going to face off in the greatest Peeps jousting competition of all time. I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'm going to tell you when to start. First, divide the room into 2 teams. Next, take 2 Peeps and assign them to a team. And if you don't have any Peeps, no worries. Big marshmallows will work as well. Team A gets a Peep, Team B gets a Peep. And you'll know which one's your Peep. And you can come up with a cool name like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles. You get the idea. And you can also use a marker or a Sharpie to decorate your Peeps to give them some personality. Draw a mustache on your Peep, to give them some mean eyebrows or a fancy outfit, something to help distinguish one Peep from the other. Next, you need to prepare your Peeps for battle. Stick a toothpick in each Peep to prepare them for battle. Think of the toothpick as a joust, a lightsaber, or sword, or just depends on how serious your family is about the competition. Make sure the toothpick is facing forward toward the other Peep. Place the 2 combatants on a microwavable plate. No social distancing necessary. You want the Peeps to be close together and facing one another. Finally, time for the big event. Gather around and put the plate in the microwave, setting the timer to 45 seconds. You won't let it run that long. In fact, don't let it run that long. Then press start. Watch at a safe distance until the Peeps drop their toothpick sabers and one touches the other. The toothpick that touches the other Peep first wins. And as soon as this happens, you're going to want to stop the microwave. Trust me on this one. Okay, it's time to settle this thing. Don't forget to snap a picture of the photo finish. It's go time. Press pause now, and I'll wait here. How did it go? Who won? I want pictures. Post them with a hashtag Parkview Easter Jam 2020. I have to admit, that was more fun than I thought, and also, this happened. Ready for another game? For this one, you're gonna need a laundry basket and lots of socks. Maybe even the socks that your mom bought you for Easter, but you're not gonna be able to wear for Easter church because you're home. The socks can be clean or dirty, it doesn't matter as long as they have a match. If you need to, go grab those things now. Press pause, and then I'll explain the rest when we get back. You got your socks? You got your basket? Great. Now choose 2 people to play. And the other 2 people, or the rest of the people, will help keep score of this game. To get started, dump all the socks on one side of the room. And don't worry, those socks are gonna make their way to the basket real soon. Then place the basket on the other side. And when I say go, players will grab a sock, go to the pile and find the matching one on the other side in the pile. And then they're gonna take them, they're gonna ball them up in the shape of a ball, or maybe even an Easter egg, depending on how you wanna play. And then they're going to take that ball of socks and they're just going to toss it across the room into the laundry basket. For each one they make, their team gets a point. And you're going to keep track. The player with the most sock eggs in the basket at the end of the timer wins. If you don't have scorekeepers to help you count, you'll have to keep score with the number on your own. That means everybody is on the honor system. You get that, parents? You need to make sure everybody plays fair, and that includes you. Okay, if needed, press pause now and get everything and everyone into the position for the game. I'll wait here. 2, 1, go. All right, families, who won? That was wild, wasn't it? Whoever won gets socks. Nah, I'm just kidding. Make sure whoever won the challenge gets something special today. Maybe one of these things again. I hope you're having fun so far. We're celebrating because today is Easter, and if you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Today, we'll talk about what makes today, maybe more than any other day, a happy day. But before we get there, I know you have a lot of family and friends who would love to hear from you. And to make that happen, you have a few options. So pause this video and pick one of the challenges on the screen to wish your peeps a happy Easter. I'm sure it was great to hear from your peeps on Easter. And even though we're celebrating a little bit differently than we had before, that's okay because today is still a happy day. And that's not just because of peep wars or Easter baskets or chocolate bunnies. Although those things are awesome, it's still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago on the first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple. So simple that it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. but a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow, I hear that story every year at Easter and it still amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that he is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything that happens. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can have hope because Jesus is alive. Here's an idea. Take a few minutes and add this to the list of things you can do because Jesus is alive. Answer this question as a family. How would you fill in the blank, "I can because Jesus is alive"? Pause the video while you discuss. And when you're finished, meet me back here. Awesome. I love conversations like these because remembering what God has done for us in the past helps us remember what he's doing for us now. And I hope that's true for you too. And I hope that you spend the rest of your day making happy memories with your family. To get you started, here's one last challenge. And for this one, you'll need to decide who the technology genius is at your house. Maybe it's a step parent or an aunt or an 8th grader. Either way, decide who that person is now. Got it? Awesome. As soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo. You can do it all dressed up or in your PJs. It can be totally normal with smiling faces or wacky with silly faces. You can even use those filters to make everybody look like rabbits. No matter how you do it, take the family photo and make it awesome. And then share it on social media. Remember to use the hashtag Parkview Easter Jam 2020 so we can see your family's Easter style. Maybe now more than ever, this is a time to celebrate and remember God's faithfulness and the hope he gives us in Jesus. After all, that's what makes Easter so happy.
greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, free at last, meeting face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate